I'm Desra Percaya, Indonesian ambassador to the United Kingdom, accredited also to Republic of Ireland and IMO in London. This is an introduction to the film of Glimpse of Indonesia. It is an honor for me to be part of this event, this evening event, and also definitely an honor for 42 Indonesian students who have been studying here in one of the best university in United Kingdom, Coventry University. I wish you enjoy the glimpse of Indonesia, and don't forget, not only enjoying the movie, the recording, but visiting Indonesia. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ISMA Vocational Night Event.
Thank you. So let me introduce myself. I'm Atira and here with my partner Raihan.
Hello everyone, we are going to be the master of ceremony for tonight's event, so we hope you guys enjoy the moment.
Here, the ISMA Vocational Coventry Awards live performance and fair.
But Atira, what is ISMA Vocational Night Event? What is happening here?
Okay, good question, right? So, ISMA Vocational Night is an event held by ISMA Coventry Awards to introduce Indonesian culture at Coventry University. But don't worry, we will have a short presentation about what we are doing here, so stay tuned.
I see. Thank you Atira for the explanation. And presently, we will sing the Indonesian National Anthem, Indonesia Raya. For all of the attendees, please be willing to stand up. The Indonesian National Anthem will be conducted by Vicky.
Thank you for being involved. We proceed you back to your seat. And for the next session, as I said earlier, we will have a short presentation about what we are doing here and our purpose as ISMA Vocational Coventry Awardees, to be performed by Taufik Hidayat as our student representative and Zevanya Wijayanti as the project officer of ISMA Vonite. Taufik and Zeva, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone! First of all, I want to say thank you very much for coming. My name is Taufik Hidayat. I'm the student representative of ISMAVO at Coventry University.
And my name is Zevanya Diva as project officer of ISMA Vonite. We are very pleased and grateful for attendance today, even so perhaps most of you have no clue who we are, what we are doing in Coventry, and what we are going to do today, but you guys are still coming. That's so great.
So maybe some of you have already know about Indonesia, and I believe you guys still want to know more about our country since you guys are here at our event. And maybe some of you still wondering about ISMAVO. What is ISMAVO? Since the name of our event is ISMAVO Night.
So, what is ISMAFO? Can you please explain it to them, Taufik?
Yes, for sure, Zefa. So ISMAFO, it stands for Indonesian International Student Mobility Awards. It's the government of Republic of Indonesia scholarship scheme to fund Indonesian students for overseas learning in top universities overseas for 1 semester.
So, ISMAFO is held by the Ministry of Education Republic Indonesia, and it's fully funded by LPDP, or Indonesian Endowment Fund for Education.
Yeah, so for this program, it's particularly made for the vocational students. Hence, it focuses on learning in partnership with the industry. For this year, ISMAFO collaborates with over 40 universities in 10 countries. So we had been through several stages of selection process, and finally we made it here at Coventry University. We are 42 chosen awardees, over 3,000 applicants this year. Doesn't that sound cool, guys?
Very much. Okay, and as ISMAFO already at Coventry University, we are provided by so many programs, and we are divided by 2 schemes. The first one is Scheme A, which is Taufik's scheme, and the second one is Scheme B, which is my scheme.
So for Scheme A, it is called Learning in Partnership with the Industry. We are doing on a project-based internship, and there are 4 groups that are spread into 3 companies. The first one is Unipal Logistics, Jaguar Land Rover, the second one is Mercedes-Benz, and the last one is Malone Group. So let me show you some documentation of the Scheme A awardees when they are doing their internship project. The first one is Unipal Logistics. This group are working on making a virtual reality for the warehouse of Unipal Logistics, and the other group is making the environment of the packaging to be more sustainable. The next group is the Mercedes-Benz. This group is making data visualization for the warehouse of Mercedes-Benz. And the last group is Malone Group. This group is developing and marketing the monitoring app of Malone Group. And for this project, their client is Alton Towers, one of the biggest theme parks in the UK.
And then for Scheme B, it is called Class-Based Industrial Experience. And then we have 4 courses. The first one is Circular Economy, E-Commerce, Industry 4.0, and then we have Contemporary Issues Enterprise Management, and then we have Global Leaders Program, or GLP. And for the industrial experience, we have opportunities to visit several big companies. Are you still remember those companies, Taufik?
Yeah, I still remember. So we went to Morgan Motor Company, Jaguar Land Rover, JCB, Mini, Brampton, Manchester City, and...
Triumph Motor.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, Zephyr.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's talk about our event. So the purpose of our event is to introduce you guys about Indonesian culture, song performance, and Indonesian food that you will taste soon, which is very delicious. And we want to show you guys how beautiful Indonesia is as a country.
So for this event, we've been rehearsing for about 2 months because we want to show to all of you guys how talented we are, and we want to give the best of ours since ISMAFO Night is like our farewell event before we're going back to Indonesia soon.
For this moment, I would like to say thank you to Professor Benny Cahyono, for Rosie, for all of my team, because all of the ISMAFO awardees are in charge in this event. And we are so proud and really appreciate that. Okay, I think that's all from us. So here's to ISMAFO Night, a glimpse of Indonesia.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you so much, Taufik and Zefa, for the introduction. And currently, you guys know who we are, right? So what's next there?
And now we are going to the session that we've been waiting for, the main event. So what's exciting on the main event, Royhan?
I believe there will be a lot of exciting part. Like for the upcoming session, we have the poetry performance, Sumpah Pemuda, and singing Tanah Airku song by all of the awardees.
Amazing, but since not everyone here is familiar with what Sumpah Pemuda is, let me explain it shortly. So, Sumpah Pemuda, or the Youth Pledge, was a declaration made by young Indonesian back at 1928.
Talking about young, dear. How old are you?
Okay, I'm 22, but I still look like 17, right? Still young, you know?
Okay, I agree with you. So, ladies and gentlemen,
We present you ISMA Vocational Coventry Awardees.
Lagu Seorang Gerilya, karya W.S. Rendra. Engkau melayang jauh, kekasihku. Engkau mandi cahaya matahari. Aku di sini memandangmu, menyandang senapan, berbendera, pusaka. Di antara pohon-pohon pisang di kampung kita yang berdebu. Engkau berkudung selendang katun di kepalamu. Engkau menjadi suatu keindahan. Sementara dari jauh, resimen tank penindas terdengar menderu. Malam bermandi cahaya matahari. Kehijauan menyelimuti medan perang yang membara. Di dalam hujan, tembakan mortir. Kekasihku, engkau menjadi pelangi yang agung dan syahdu. Peluruku habis dan darah muncrat dari dadaku. Maka di saat seperti itu, kamu menyanyikan lagu-lagu perjuangan bersama kakek-kakekku yang telah gugur di dalam berjuang membela rakyat jelata. Sebuah negeri kebanggaanku. Nusantara, Indonesiaku. Sebuah negeri yang menjadi tempat diriku dan lainnya dilahirkan. Sebuah bangsa di mana diriku dibesarkan. Sebuah tempat yang menjadikan diriku menjadi sosok yang kuat dan hebat. Indonesia adalah negeri tumpah darahku. Dari ujung ke ujung, tampak jelas engkau begitu hijau. Setiap sudut darimu mengukir setiap cerita yang berbeda. Perbedaan yang ada tidak membuatmu terpecah belah. Engkau adalah negeri sebagai kebanggaanku. Tidak akan pernah sedikit pun aku rela dirimu direnggut. Aku, putra-putri bangsa ini, senantiasa akan rela berkorban sepenuh jiwa dan raga. Hanya untukmu, duhai Indonesiaku tercinta.
Oktober 1928. Pemuda-pemudi Indonesia berkumpul di Batavia demi perjuangan. Lelah akan penderitaan, sakit akan penjajahan, kami berkata, mari bersatu.
Walau berkorban air mata, darah dan nyawa, hingga tercipta 3 sumpah bukti perjuangan. Sumpah Pemuda.
Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, mengaku bertumpah darah yang satu, tanah air Indonesia.
Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, mengaku berbangsa yang satu, bangsa Indonesia.
Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, menjunjung bahasa persatuan, bahasa Indonesia.
Tanah airku tidak kulupakan, kan terkenang selama hidupku.
Biarpun saya pergi jauh, akan hilang dari kalbu. Tanahku yang ku cintai, engkau ku hargai. Tanah airku tidak kulupakan, kan terkenang selama hidupku. Biarpun saya pergi jauh, tidak akan hilang dari kalbu. Tanahku yang ku cintai, engkau ku hargai. Walaupun banyak negeri ku jalani, yang masyhur permai di kata orang, tetapi kampung dan rumahku, di sanalah ku rasa senang. Tanah
Wow, what an incredible performance by all of the wordies. Can we get another applause? So what's next here?
Okay, so the next performance that will be two traditional dances from Indonesia from several of our awardees.
Yep, that's right there. And the traditional dance is also as good as the other performances. The first traditional dance is called Sorote Lintang. It originating from Banyuwangi area of East Java. And if you ever heard Bali Island, Banyuwangi is so close to it. The traditional dance itself, it's depicting a beauty of a woman that not easy get vanished or weathered by any influence. And the second dance is pretty unique here. It's called Wonderful Indonesia Dance. So what is Wonderful Indonesia Dance there?
So just like the theme of this event, the Wonderful Indonesia Dance shows a glimpse of traditional song from provinces all around Indonesia.
So without any further ado,
We present you Sorote Lintang and Wonderful Indonesia.
Waton kondo arung kembang tulondo, cincingan kiawan ono pendopo, keliaran rasa sepodo-podo wangi liro, kukuwe bangsa.
Foto tangiyo antena no lintang kemukus anggowo cahyo.
Indonesia is a wonderland.
Sayang sayang si patokaan matego tego gorokan sayang 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 si patokaan matego tego gorokan sayang sajojo Yumadam komi sabab pare samuna muna muna keke samuna muna muna keke Soleram, 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 anak yang manis, janganlah dicium, sayang kalau dicium merah pipinya. Kampuangan jauh di Mato, Kunwangsan sebaku milian, takkan aja kawan-kawan alamu, sangke basuh yang surya. Tak lelo 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 ledo Sak menan poco pijer nangis Anakku sing ayu rupane Tetiap pendekare bangsa
Woo! Oh my God. You guys are so talented. The dance so beautiful, especially the meaning behind it. Getting proud to be in Indonesia, right, Roy?
I totally agree with you, Tir. I was so amazed with how they do the dance because I can't even move my body like that.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. Okay, so what's next on our agenda, Roy?
All right. According to the theme of our event, A Glimpse of Indonesia, tonight we bring you guys the wonderful sphere of Indonesia. Like as you can see in this room, on your right hand side, we have the Nusantara board that describe all about Indonesia from each province. And also there will also be a quiz, games, and prizes as well. So make sure you guys get the right answer.
Yeah, that's right. And to fill your appetite, we also have our traditional food and beverage here for free. So please enjoy the variety of flavors from Indonesia provided here at our event.
I bet this is the session that we've been waiting for, right? I mean, who doesn't like free food, guys? Come on.
Yeah, not me, not
Not me
me.
as well. So now, feel free to explore our culture and try the extraordinary Indonesian food and beverage from us.
So let's see what you think about Indonesia.
Enjoy
Enjoy
the
the
event.
event.
Indonesia tanah air beta pusaka abadi nan jaya Indonesia sejak dulu kala tetap dipuja-puja bangsa di sana tempat lahir beta dibuat dibesarkan bunda
akan dirimu yang pernah menyakiti aku. Kau kecewakan aku, tapi ku maafkan salahmu. Kini berganti kisah, ku menyakiti dirimu. Tapi apa yang terjadi? Kau meninggalkanku. Izinkan aku untuk terakhir kalinya semalam saja bersamamu, mengenang asmara kita. Dan aku pun berharap semoga kita tak berpisah, dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Ingatkan dirimu yang pernah menyakiti aku. Kau kecewakan aku, tapi ku maafkan salahmu. Kini berganti kisah, menyakiti dirimu. Tapi apa yang terjadi? Kau meninggalkanku. Sing it! Izinkan aku untuk terakhir kalinya semalam saja bersamamu, mengenang asmara kita. Dan aku pun berharap semoga kita tak berpisah, dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Mengapa kau begitu mudahnya berpikir hanya dalam waktu yang sekejap mata? Ku tahu hanya bibirmu yang bicara, tapi hati kecilmu masih mencintaiku. Wow, izinkan aku untuk terakhir kalinya semalam saja bersamamu, mengenang asmara kita. Dan aku pun berharap semoga kita tak berpisah, dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Oh, izinkan aku untuk terakhir kalinya semalam saja bersamamu, mengenang asmara kita. Dan aku pun berharap semoga kita tak berpisah, dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Terima kasih.
Another summer day's coming all the way from Paris and Rome. I wanna go home. Maybe surrounded by million people, I still feel all alone. Just wanna go home. Oh, I miss you, you know. I've been keeping all the letters that I wrote to you, each one a line or two. I'm fine, baby, how are you? I would send them, but I know that it's just not enough. My words are cold and flat, and you deserve more than that. Another airplane, another sunny place. I'm lucky, I know. Just wanna go home. Let me go home. Let me go home. I'm just too far from where you are. Just wanna go home. And I feel it's like I'm living someone else's life. It's like I just stepped outside when everything's going right. And I know just why you could not come along with me. That this is not your dream, but you always believe in me. Another winter day has come and gone away from either Paris and Rome, and I wanna go home. Let me go home. And I'm surrounded by a million people. I still feel alone, and let me go home. Oh, I miss you now. Let me go home. I've had my run, baby, I'm done. I wanna go home. Let me go home. It'll all be alright. I'll be home tonight. I'm coming back home. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give your warmest welcome to the Ambassador of Republic of Indonesia, Dr. Desra Percaya. We're glad he's safely here to watch and come to our performances.
And with that, the next session is a warm welcoming speech to be delivered by Deputy Chair Chancellor of Coventry University, Professor Richard Dashwood. To Professor Richard Dashwood, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Right, Your Excellency and honoured guests and students, it's a real pleasure to be standing here. It's the third time, I think, now that I've come and visited the ISMAVO cohort. It's been a pleasure as always. It's slightly tinged with some sadness because I think this will be my last visit as you head back home next week. But I would like to say that I think you've really added something to our university, and you will leave the spirit of Indonesia here even after you leave. And certainly the first half of the show this evening has been absolutely fantastic. I'd like to say a little bit about how important it has been to have you here. I think it's a real symbol of the excellent relationships that this university has with Indonesia and the government of Indonesia. And we were very honoured that the government of Indonesia trusted us with you to look after you and to host you here for the last few months. And you know, that adds to all the other work that we are doing in that country, and it is vast. We were just talking earlier about movies that we're making and filming activities that we're doing between the two countries. We have about at least 17 PhD scholars that are sponsored by the Ministry of Religious Affairs in Indonesia studying at the university at the moment. We have work going on. We're providing training for the Indonesian police force currently with one of our colleagues, just to name but a few of those. Myself and Professor Benny were in Indonesia only a few weeks ago, where we not only visited some of those government departments that sponsor the activity here, but also a number of great universities, including ITB, ITS, and UNAIR. To name but a few, all of which are keen to engage with us and work with us on research and education activities. So anyway, as I say, I don't want to stop the rest of the show. You've been absolutely fantastic. It's been such a pleasure having you here. I hope you've got as much out of it as I've had, just seen. Having come along and witnessed what you've been doing, and take some of Coventry back with you, and don't forget us.
Professor Richard Dashwood, Deputy Vice Chancellor, my good friend Professor Benny. Where is Professor Benny? Okay, it's all right. Professor Khairul Munadi, the Attaché for Education at the Embassy of Indonesia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Should I speak in English or in Bahasa, Prof? Because the audience mostly Indonesian. In Bahasa, are you sure? Okay, I'll do mix. First of all, thank you very much, Professor Dashwood and colleague at the Coventry University, for two things. First, for allowing us and for allowing my children from Ismova to have this evening a glimpse of Indonesia this evening. And secondly, also for looking after them well. So I think thank you very much. Anana, I think you have been lucky and you have the privilege to study here at Coventry University. I do understand this is one of the best university, and I do believe you learn a lot, not only in terms of some substance on academic, on education, but at least you learn how to study in the United Kingdom. Bring this memory back to Indonesia. The good things about UK, about Coventry, bring to Indonesia, and then spread it to your colleagues in Indonesia on quote unquote, not the good things, leave it here. So I think that would be good things. And I believe being much older than you, or even I could claim that I am more or less the same age as your parents, your father. First, please bring the good memory, as I said. Secondly, I think don't forget, as Professor Dashwood mentioned, do not forget Coventry University, the friends and networking here. It will be very useful. Remember, it will be very useful. Once you return back to Indonesia, you never know. You might continue study here, taking a master or taking PhD like Pak Ustad Eko here. So I think many opportunities. I learned a lot because when I studied in Birmingham University, not far from here, in Durham, maintaining a good networking is very important, and maintaining a good relation with your supervisor, with academic teams is very important as well. And my last note, anak-anak sekalian, by convening this event, I think you really help the Indonesian embassy and you help the Indonesian government because you are the true ambassador of Indonesia. I am the ambassador because appointed by the president, but the true ambassador you are all here. So I think again, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. And again, my deep apologies for being late. We have some issues with the UK government. I had to make a call earlier, but enjoy the evening and allow me also to say Merry Christmas for you who will celebrate Christmas and wish you a happy, prosperous and resilient New Year 2023. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May I know the price of this because the anti-corruption agency will check on the...
Don't worry, don't worry.
Cantik, ingin rasa hati berbisik untuk melepas keresahan dirimu. Wow, cantik, bukan ku ingin mengganggumu, tapi apa arti merindu selalu. Walau mentari terbit di utara, hatiku hanya untukmu. Ada hati yang termanis dan penuh cinta, tentu saja kan ku balas seisi jiwa. Tiada lagi yang ganggu kita. Ini kesungguhan, sungguh aku sayang kamu. Cantik, bukan ku ingin mengganggumu, tapi apa arti merindu selalu. Walau mentari terbit di utara, hatiku hanya untukmu. Ada hati yang termanis dan penuh cinta, tentu saja kan ku balas seisi jiwa. Tiada lagi yang ganggu kita. Ini kesungguhan, sungguh aku sayang kamu. Ingin ku berjalan menyusuri cinta, cinta yang abadi untukku selamanya. Hey, hey, ya, ya, hey, ya, 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 hey, ya. Ada hati yang termanis dan penuh cinta, tentu saja kan ku balas seisi
When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running from my brother and his friends, and tasted the sweet perfume on the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart and broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. I'm not seeing the roaring fields in so long, oh how I've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you made me feel. And it's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Honey,
15 years old and smoking hand-rolled cigarettes, running from the law through the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. Had my first kiss on Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right, but I was younger then. Take me back to when we found weekend jobs. When we got paid, we buy cheap beers and drink them straight. Me and my friends have not thrown up in so long. Oh, how we've grown, but I can't wait to go home.
I'm on my way,
On my way,
driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you made me feel. And it's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill, over the castle on the hill. One friend left to sell clothes, one works down by the coast, one had 2 kids but lives alone. One's brother overdosed, one's already on his second wife, one's just barely getting by, but these people raised me and I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way. I still remember these old country lanes when we did not know the answers, and I miss the way you made me feel. And it's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Ooh, over the castle on the hill, over the castle on the hill.
And now we have one very, very special performance by the ambassador himself. He's going to play saxophone there.
Yeah, so please welcome Dr.
Dr.
Desra
Desra.
Percaya.
Saya nervous loh.
Wow.
What amazing skill that
Yeah.
our ambassador have ya.
Yeah, that's amazing performance by our ambassador.
So beautiful.
So for the next session is still our band's performance. So please enjoy our band's performance.
Dering teleponku membuatku tersenyum di pagi hari. Kau bercerita semalam kita bertemu dalam mimpi. Entah mengapa aku merasakan hadirmu di sini. Tawa candamu menghibur saat ku sendiri. Aku di sini dan kau di sana, hanya berjumpa via suara. Namun ku selalu menunggu saat kita akan berjumpa. Meski kau kini jauh di sana, kita memandang langit yang sama. Jauh di mata namun dekat di hati. Dering teleponku membuatku tersenyum di pagi hari. Tawa candamu menghibur saat ku sendiri. Aku di sini dan kau di sana, hanya berjumpa via suara. Namun ku selalu menunggu saat kita akan berjumpa. Meski kau kini jauh di sana, kita memandang langit yang sama. Jauh di mata namun dekat di hati. Players. If you know the song, please sing together. Aku di sini dan kau di sana, hanya berjumpa via suara. Namun ku selalu menunggu saat kita akan berjumpa. Meski kau kini jauh di sana, kita memandang langit yang sama. Jauh di mata namun kau dekat di hati. Jarak dan waktu takkan berarti, karena kau akan selalu di hati. Bagai detak jantung yang ku bawa kemanapun ku pergi. Meski Okay, so this is the last song from us, and this song will take you to the old school times. Yeah, so let's nostalgic. Yeah, let's go.
Jalin lagu titisan kalbuku bagi insan dunia yang mengagungkan cinta. Betapa nikmatnya dicumbu asmara bagai embun pagi yang menyentuh rerumputan. Cinta akan ku berikan bagi hatimu yang damai. Cintaku gelora asmara seindah lembayung senja. Tiada ada yang kuasa melebihi indahnya nikmat bercinta. Kan ku jalin lagu titisan kalbuku bagi insan dunia yang mengagungkan cinta. Betapa nikmatnya dicumbu asmara bagai embun pagi yang menyentuh rerumputan. Cinta akan ku berikan bagi hatimu yang damai. Cintaku gelora asmara seindah lembayung senja. Tiada ada yang kuasa melebihi indahnya nikmat bercinta. Players. Cinta akan ku berikan bagi hatimu yang damai. Cintaku gelora asmara seindah lembayung senja. Tiada ada yang kuasa melebihi indahnya nikmat bercinta.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully all of you enjoy the Indonesian Fair because sadly we are almost at the end of our event. But don't worry, we still have our last performance, so let's gather for our last performance.
Yep, sadly that's right. But for our last performance, where the dance is representing togetherness, because as you already know, our country has a lot of diversity, and the Gemu Famire is one of the traditional dance that make us unite.
Moreover, all of the attendees are encouraged to join our flash mob Gemu Famire. So for those who still outside, please come to the room
Come inside
to
the
join
room.
our flash mob.
But I think we should explain to our local international friends there, how do we do the dance?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, music.
Music. So, when you guys heard this part, it means you need to turn your body to the left. Ke kiri, ke kiri, ke kiri, ke kiri, mari say. Then, when you hear putar ke kanan, it means you need to turn your body to the right. Ke kanan, ke kanan, ke kanan. Very,
Okay.
I think, okay, that's enough I think.
Yeah, I think that's
Let's
enough.
just go ahead and do the dance together.
Okay,
Come on guys.
let's go.
Come on, let's go. It's been a wonderful day for all of us, and to close our whole event, we have one very last special performance named Laskar Pelangi.
But before that, we would like to say a huge thank you to all of you. We extremely appreciate your presence, and I hope today will be one of the great fun and happiness for all of us. Wish you all the best. I'm Atira.
And I'm Royhan.
Please enjoy our last performance. Have a good evening,
everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Everybody, let's go and sing Laskar Pelangi together.
Boleh nyanyi bareng ya semuanya.
Mimpi adalah kunci untuk kita menaklukkan dunia. Berlarilah tanpa lelah sampai engkau meraihnya.
Laskar Pelangi takkan terikat waktu. Bebaskan mimpimu di angkasa, warnai bintang di jiwa.
Come on everybody.
Everyone.
Menarilah dan terus tertawa, walau dunia tak seindah surga. Bersyukurlah pada yang kuasa, cinta kita di dunia selamanya.
Cinta kepada hidup, memberikan senyuman abadi. Walau hidup kadang tak adil, tapi cinta lengkapi kita. Let's show off our
Laskar Pelangi takkan terikat waktu. Jangan berhenti mewarnai jutaan mimpi di bumi. Oh, menarilah dan terus tertawa, walau dunia tak seindah surga. Bersyukurlah pada yang kuasa, cinta kita di dunia. Oh, menarilah dan terus tertawa, walau dunia tak seindah surga. Bersyukurlah pada yang kuasa, cinta kita di dunia selamanya. 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 Laskar Pelangi takkan terikat waktu.
Mau lagi. Lagi.
Oke.
Dari awal.
Dari awal.
Refnya aja.
Menarilah.
Info anchor.
Iya.
Anchor.
Mimpi di bumi.
Oh,
Menarilah dan terus tertawa.
walau dunia tak seindah surga, bersyukurlah pada yang kuasa. Cinta kita di dunia. Oh, menarilah dan terus tertawa. Walau dunia tak seindah surga, bersyukurlah pada yang kuasa. Cinta kita di dunia. Menarilah tertawa, walau dunia tak seindah surga, bersyukurlah pada yang kuasa. Cinta kita di dunia selamanya. Everybody, thank you for attending our tonight's event. Hope you enjoy it and have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend, everyone. Thank you.